So we are going to talk about episode 2, Marriage Bootcamp, What Truly Matters. And what's crazy is I didn't even know the name of this week's episode, but I recently put something on Instagram, I believe on Monday. And out of all things, it's like I'm a damn psychic or something. What did it say? It's something to that effect. Life is so much better when we focus on what truly matters. And if you look, that was 6 days ago. Like, how the hell did I know that? So, we're going to get into it. And as you notice, I have a different scenery. I'm sitting next to my Christmas tree that I decorated the other day. So pretty. I got all new ornaments. It's all silver and white. There's Kiko laying on the floor. And I'm actually sitting on his little day bed because the couch is over there. So this is actually a really big toddler day bed, but it's really Kiko's bed, who he don't ever sit on it after I pay like $250 for it. But whatever, Kiko. Okay, so it starts with Benzino waking up, and actually the whole house waking up, and Benzino and Althea are fighting. Where Ink and I were, because we were in the master suite, we were on one side of the house, the other couples were on the other, so we couldn't hear anything that was going on. But at breakfast, they did say they were arguing again. I'm like, damn, all they've been doing is arguing since we've been in this damn house. That's all they do. Okay, they show me wrapping Ink's wrist in the kitchen, like he for real did hurt his wrist. And I said our biggest problem is that we did not have sex last night, which we didn't. I don't remember why. I don't think it had something to do with his wrist. I don't remember why we didn't. And this gum is about to like make me really mad because I want to chew it as I'm talking, so I need to take it out of my mouth because that ain't gonna work. Okay, so Catherine says she doesn't want to be around people who bring them down. And it's like, you signed up for a therapy show with other couples. Obviously, we're going to be talking about problems and negativity. Otherwise, why would we be on this show, which is Marriage Bootcamp? I don't know, Catherine. Okay, so Jim says there's nothing worth have problems. What? Okay. Jim says nothing worthwhile in life is real easy. And that's true. Say for instance, I had been wanting to be in entertainment for a long time, and I'm a very persistent person. Like, I never give up. And if you followed me since BGC 11, you would know that I had tried out for Bad Girls Club 3 times. And that's why actually the link that you're watching right now is youtube.com/SO for Sarah Oliver BGC 9. The original season that I casted for was season 9. That doesn't sound right because I didn't cast for 10 because that was Atlanta, and they didn't cast in Atlanta. So I think I might have even casted for season 8 for the first time. And, you know, the whole story, I was on probation, I didn't get picked, background check, blah, 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 and I made it to so many rounds. So when I finally got picked, it was my 3rd time trying out, which was season 11. So it's like, if you want something, like, you just go for it. And I remember what kind of inspired me was I was watching America's Next Top Model. It was a rerun on TV, and I never really watched that show. But the girl said she had tried out for the show 7 times. And then she finally got on there. And I think she actually made it really, really far into the competition. I'm like, if you really want something, like, you can have it. So, I don't know why the hell I got into this or anything like that. But that's good motivation for you guys. If you really want something, you can have it. You have to keep working at it. And it took me a long time to get on that show and just get on TV in general. So, my next venture in life is becoming an A-list celebrity. Okay, we're going to go to a B-list, and we're going to go to A-list, which is not just reality TV, but like acting, having my own show, like talk show, something like that. So that's the next chapter of my life. So for motivation, if you want it, you can have it. Oh, and it's because Jim says nothing worthwhile comes real easy. And that's with relationships as well. Like, it's just not handed to you. You have to work for it. Okay, so Elizabeth says one of the most powerful tools to mankind is the pen. And I'm sure you guys have been in relationships where it's like, you said this, you said that, da da da. They're saying, I didn't say that. Oh yeah, you did say it. So when it's like written down, like there's proof right there, which is how history was even written. So I have a thing where I write everything down. Like, I can tell you everything that I've pretty much done for the past 8 years. It drives Aiden crazy. And he was like, we had an argument like a week ago, and he was like, I don't really do that many things to make you mad. And I said, nah, buddy, hold up 1 minute. I'm going to get this book out. And I said, on September 27th, you did this. On September 29th, you did this. On October 1st, he was like, what the fuck? He was like, I knew you wrote everything down. Like, I can tell you how much money I made the past 7 years. I can tell you what I did that day. And it really started when I was getting those like little agendas in college. And it's like you write down in a date book. And I first started doing it to remember stuff. I'm not writing like a damn journal. Like, it's like literally gym legs, grandma's errands, doctor's appointment. It's stuff like that. Kiko vet. So it's not like I'm writing a damn journal every day like I'm 12 years old. So it is. There is power in the pen. And yeah, Sarah don't forget things. You know, they say elephants don't forget. I'm like an elephant. I do not forget. All right, so while we were writing to the letters, you didn't see this part, but like when me and Ink kind of yelled back and forth, he was like, just write the damn letter. He said something, and I was like, mind your business. And he says something he mocked me. He mocked me, but in a really high-pitched voice, like, oh, mind your business. I said, for one, I do not sound like that. I said, if anything, you sound like that. He's more high-pitched than I am. So it was like an ongoing joke that we still have to this day. He's like, oh yeah, I need to be like, mind your business, because you sound like a man with your raspy voice. First of all, I like my raspy voice. Other people like my raspy voice. So, Ink, don't be trying to like mock me doing no high-pitched voice. I am not no high-pitched voice girl. Okay, next thing you know is we throw the hate mail into the lake, whether it was switched or not. You saw that they had to read the love letter and hate letter later on. And I knew damn well you ain't going to write no hate letter and then throw it away and then it's going to be gone. Like, they're obviously going to use this. I learned my lesson when they showed the interviews from the hotel room for the game show in the previous episode. I said, nah, this ain't as simple as do this and throw it out. So watch what you say, which you didn't see anything mine said, which was nothing really bad. Anyways, and I don't know if you caught this, so when Sunday goes to throw hers, you kind of hear like this metal, no, that's not like a metal ding. You hear like this metal ding noise, and then after she walks away, she like grabs her wrist. What that was is when she threw her bottle, her bracelet went off with it. So that was like the metal of the bracelet hitting the bottle, and when she walks back, you see her going like this, like looking a little sad, and it's because she had lost her bracelet and went in the damn lake. Okay, so they show us all walking up the stairs, going back into the house, and I was like, I said, oh my God, my butt looked good. My ass looked huge in that little jumper that I had. It looked real good. My little red Aldo sneakers. I love those sneakers. They were like $100 from Aldo. Really cute. Okay, so Benzino and Althea are arguing now about, oh, you walked in front of me, da, da, da. And I'm like, oh my God, they're arguing again. And I kind of see Althea's point a little bit when she said, you know, it's like a man's supposed to open a door for a woman. Yeah, but you guys argue about everything, so even if that is a big deal, I understand where she's coming from, but it's like, damn, you're arguing again? And then Benzino's like, oh, look, Ink's in front of Sarah. They all in front of, the guys are in front of the girls. And I'm just like, this shit is nonstop. It's like always an argument about every damn thing. Okay, so I'm talking to Cedric in the kitchen about being positive and stuff. You see Catherine and Sean standing there with me, and then we hear yelling in the other room. I'm like, what the hell is going on? We run to the other room, and it says, no, we're not doing this right now. Ink wants to call me while I'm doing my review, and he knows I'm doing my review. So, hey, I gotta call you right back. I'm doing my review.
You look like, all right.
I look like what?
You look like you just went there and threw on some makeup, like a little kid put on your makeup.
All I did was put on lipstick. Thank you. I just look cute.
Alright.
I'll call you back. Bye. You hear him talking about you look like a little kid. What little kid puts on makeup? Does it look like I look like a clown? Okay. So, I told Ink, don't say that to Sunday because you don't see this. I'm telling Ink, calming him down, like, you like Cedric. Don't say these things to about Sunday because you're disrespecting Cedric and you like Cedric. So you don't see me saying that, but then you see Ink walk away with Cedric and, you know, they kind of like talk it out, whatever. And I'm sitting here trying to listen to Althea and Sunday about what happened because I'm confused with what's going on. And then Althea just starts talking crazy at the mouth. And at one point, she like cussed me. She was like, F you, Sarah. But like the real word, I'm just not going to say on YouTube in case somebody want to report my damn videos like how they always do. Like, I be trying to stick to the rules so y'all don't get me in trouble. Like, are y'all mad about this side boob? Like, am I going to get in trouble for this? Ain't no nipple showing. Do not report my video. They did that to Judy. And my like little YouTube thing was like timed out for like 6 months. No. Okay. So yeah, and I was like, no, F you, Althea. Like, how did I even got brought into this? I said, how did I get brought up in this? And then Benzino's yelling at me. And this is interesting because did you guys notice this was the first time that Benzino and Althea were getting along? She's sitting on his lap like, oh, you're a little boy. And I'm like, so the first time you guys get along is when you have anger towards someone else because you guys are angry at each other. So this is like your only bonding time that we've seen thus far, which is going to be pretty much the only time we see for like a long time. So that was a little tacky. And Althea says in her interview, like, oh, Sarah, you always have an opinion. Everybody knows that Sarah always has an opinion. And it's not that I'm just butting into people's business. Like, you're arguing with my man. Y'all are screaming back and forth. And I try to listen to your side first. But then you want to start talking crazy. Like, I understand you mad at him, but don't be disrespecting me. Just like Ink saying to Cedric, like, F your wife. Like, you're disrespecting Cedric. Like, that's not going to happen. Okay, so the next little thing was I'll consider your opinion. And this was what we did. You didn't see this little challenge, and this is good for any relationship. And whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or just like a friendship. So we did this little drill, and this was after this big heated argument. Like, I'm surprised that it wasn't shown. It was going to be crazy. But we had to line up, and everybody had to go up to everybody but their partner. So say, for instance, Ink went first. Each person had to go up and say why they would not want to be with Ink. They were like, oh, you're selfish, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I was next. It went in a circle in the room. And I remember a couple of people that touched me. A lot of them said, well, I would want to be in a monogamous relationship and blah, 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 and all this other stuff, which it really didn't have to do with why they wouldn't want to be with me. It was really like why they wouldn't be with Ink, like how they answered mine. But Sugar Bear did say something. He was like, I wouldn't want to be with you because you're so pretty and you'd be fighting, or I had to be fighting everybody off. And it actually, like, made me tear up and cry. And they, everybody kind of just laughed and thought Sugar Bear wasn't given, like, a real answer. Because I remember they did this on a previous season. I remember Mike's situation going up. And mine, it, like, really hit home because I feel like in the past that some of my relationships, guys will, like, try not to trust me or whatever, or try not to be attached to me because of how I look. Because they're like, oh, she can go get whoever, she'll this, she'll that. So it's like I get punished for how I look somewhat, if that makes any sense to you. I don't know. It's been like that for a long time now, and I've dealt with it. I don't know. Let me not get on into that. That's stupid. It's not stupid to me, but I ain't going to try to blah about it. Okay. So Ink's little thing was he says that he doesn't trust other people because he was always the other guy, like sleeping with married women or whatever else. I remember he said a situation where he slept with some woman and her husband called and she's like, oh, I just had to work late, baby, and I'll be home later. I'm like, what? So that makes him not trust other women when it doesn't have shit to do with me because it has nothing to do with me. All right, so Sunday's apology to Cedric, like in the coffin, that was like really sad. I felt like she was being genuine. She was upset. She was crying. And Elizabeth tells her, your anger is self-hatred. You're taking out on Cedric, but it's really with yourself. And then Sunday agrees. And, I mean, you see, like, Sunday and us, we're all, like, bumping heads. And at this point, I'm not feeling Sunday too much, which will all turn around later. All right, so Sugar Bear says, I love you. I'll do anything that I need to just to get you back and for you to trust me again. And that was so sweet. I want love like that. Like, I want you so bad. I want to do everything to make you happy. Like, that was sweet of Sugar Bear. I like that. Okay. So now they do the like letter. And when they separated us, they put us in different rooms. And, of course, you guys know I was with Benzino, Catherine, Cedric, and Sugar Bear. So they put makeup on us to look like we're dead. And later on, you see when I'm talking to Ink in my bathroom, there was, like, lights set up. And that was because that's where they did our makeup. We were all sitting in my room while the other people were sitting downstairs. So, like, look how I look. Like, I for real looked dead. I don't think everybody else likes makeup looked as crazy as mine. I'm like, everybody's gonna think I just look crazy when I really don't. It's the way they did my makeup. Look at that. I look like a damn zombie vampire. Okay, so Ink reads his like letter and he's saying, and Ink and I have had conversations about this before. Like, he would rather like somebody than love somebody. The reason because is like, you see how Althea and Benzino love each other. Like, they want to be with each other, but they don't like each other. They don't like each other whatsoever. So I feel like liking somebody is a little bit more important than loving someone. Not loving as in caring, but being in love with someone. The reason being because there's people that are married that love each other, but they don't like each other. They can't stand each other. They don't want to be around each other, and that's not some situation I ever want to be in. All right, so Elizabeth says, so they make ink after he reads the like letter, and then, like, he did get emotional. His eyes got a little watery, even though he want to say that they didn't. They made him get in the coffin. As they're, like, pushing it down, you notice, like, the spring didn't pop. Like, he got hit in the face, like, when he went in there. And they told him, they were like, you stay in there until, basically, you want to have feelings or something. He was in that coffin, I think, at least a good 5 minutes before he wanted out. And the thing was, like, the coffin was stuck. He was like, can I get out? And, like, the coffin was stuck. And we just thought he was being hard-headed and stuck in that damn coffin. So, yeah, Elizabeth says ink shuts down his emotions, thinking that it's mature, and it's really not, because, he's basically a dead man walking. And, I mean, yes, I'm a little bit too emotional. I'd be, like, crying and stuff, but I would much rather be too emotional than not show emotions at all, because I think that is a strength of mine, which I have improved in the past couple years. And yeah, communication is the key, people. You want to communicate. Oh, so what I was saying earlier when we were saying why we didn't want to be with each other as far as other partners go, it says I'll take that in consideration. So instead of you just saying, like, if they say, oh, well, if they're telling Ink, like, you're selfish, he's not supposed to be like, no, well, you're selfish. No, well, you're supposed to take the criticism in and, like, make it helpful towards you. So you say, I'll take your opinion in consideration. And that's like, if one person tells you something, then it doesn't really matter. If 2 people say it, you might want to consider it. 3 people say it, then more than likely that's the way you are, and you do need to work on it, because I know I've been in that argument more than once. All right, so it was really sad, Benzino's mom's funeral, because, like, he got shot, and he didn't get to say goodbye to his mom. It was a really sad story, and Benzino actually is a really, really good guy, and I bonded with him a lot on the show, and how Judge Toller mentions later is that he can give everybody else good advice, but then he can't take it himself, and I feel like that's the way Ink is a lot. Like, he's good at giving advice, he's really smart, but he doesn't always, or more often than not, take that same, what's it called? Not opinion, that same advice, whatever. Okay, so Judge Toller is telling Ink, you don't want to talk about your emotions, then I'll tell you a couple things. Like, Judge Toller don't play. She goes, it obviously matters what other people say about you, because you see him getting mad about what Cindy was saying about him, and then Althea laughed. And he always says, I don't care what people think, I don't care what people think. You care what people think, Sarah. Clearly you care what people think, because I've seen you react towards what people think. Me, if people are irrelevant, like, I get bad comments on Instagram and stuff all the time. Like, I don't feed into the negative stuff. You know, I read over some, and, like, I like to, like, respond to people that are being positive and stuff, but those negative people, like, oh, Sarah, you're ugly. Oh, Sarah, you're this. Like, you can't tell me about myself. Like, I know I'm cute. Like, you can't sit there. Like, I think somebody, like, said something. They just be saying all kinds of stuff. Like, the only time they said, oh, I hope you get AIDS and die. Okay, now you pushed it a little too far. That's a little too much. But you ain't gonna hurt my feelings. I'm just gonna block you. That's stupid. You're immature. Just because you have self-hatred, don't be taking it out on me, because you ain't about to bring me down. Okay. So then Judge Toller tells me it matters what someone... Okay, that's Ink. Okay, she tells me that I need to draw boundaries and determine what kind of compromises I'm willing and will not make. And I've still been struggling with this issue. The same thing on BGC 13. Laura, the life coach, told me that I need to set boundaries with my dad, with my relationships, whatever. So this is something that I have been continuing working on, because I'm still not there where I need to be. But I'm close, people. I'm very close. All right, so take the blame for your own part in that. She tells Mama June to take her blame for her own part of Sugar Bear's infidelity, like, you're pushing him away, and, you know, you fear him being, like, a cheater and stuff, but you're kind of pushing him towards that. And, of course, she's saying... Mama June was saying, don't believe everything in the tabloids. I didn't cheat, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like, I said, she was like, travel? What you mean, like, travel? Yeah, I've traveled the world. No, travel outside your relationship, Mama June. I was like, did she really just say that? Okay, so then Judge Toller tells Sunday, you're a little girl in a woman's body. You're talking about Cedric. He needs to match my fly. He needs to this. He needs to... And then Sunday does agree that she was being immature, that she is immature. And, of course, like, no, I don't know. All right, so Judge Toller tells Benzino that she likes him, but she doesn't like him without Thea, and I agree with that. Ink then raises his hand like a little kid, and he's like, oh, then Benzino gets all pissed off. He's like, no, buddy. And keep in mind, this is after all these arguments and stuff happening. And and this is when I'm talking to Ink, and I'm like, so wait a minute. They're going last. He agreed with all Judge Toller's advice. He agreed what she said to me, what she said to Ink, what she said to each and every single person. But when it gets to him, nah, that's not me. People picking on me, darts at me, I'm not angry. I'm like, oh my God, OMG, you're so angry. So you remember on Medea goes to Jess like, I'm not angry. She's talking to Dr. Phil, I'm not angry. Clearly you are angry, because if you weren't angry, you'd be like, I'm not angry. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not angry. Instead, he like, I'm not angry, F this. And he's like stormed out the room. I'm like, oh, yeah, you right, Benzino. You're not angry. You're not angry. So that's pretty much it for this episode. And with this little cute stuff I got this from Marshall's. They have like a little cute Christmas decoration. It's like a little ceramic white and silver Christmas tree. I got this little snowflake, I guess, to put on the door somewhere. I don't know. They were each like $7.99. I'm like the biggest, like best bargain shopper ever. I find all the good stuff for cheap. So I hope you guys like the episode and everybody's doing their Christmas shopping. And yeah, Sarah needs to continue to set damn boundaries. Kiko's over here on the floor next to me, just like whining, like, Mommy, you never shut up. You talk way too much. And, oh, so let me show you one other thing. I'm like for real be getting excited about stuff. This girl was eating these like little lollipops the other day. They're called vitamin C pops, and they taste like candy. They're pretty sweet, but they're all like organic stuff. I'm not some like big weird like organic vegan gluten-free type person, but these give you energy. And I got these at Marshall's too. I'm sure you can order them online or like Walmart or something. I don't know. But it was like $5 for like a ton of suckers, and they're really, really good. And see how I'm talking all fast. I was really sleepy. I had one of these vitamin C suckers, and now I'm like full of life and full of energy. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys Christmas shopping, and I will talk to you guys next week.